Can I please explain ADHD deeply? Okay. So ADHD is characterized by two primary things: issues with attention and hyperactivity. Okay, let me take a step back. ADHD comes in three flavors. Predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive, and combined type. Okay, so predominantly inattentive means that the person, and there's a bunch of criteria, there's a bunch of symptoms within each, right? So there's predominantly inattentive, which has like 6 potential symptoms. Can't remember the exact number, 6 or 7, and then hyperactive has about 6 or 7. And then I think if you meet enough of both, you can get the combined type, right? So some of the symptoms of the inattentive type of ADHD are issues like sustaining focus, like forgetfulness, like leaving something somewhere and just forgetting about it, walking through the door and like the memories just evaporate from your mind, of what you're doing, what you walked in the room for, starting but not finishing projects, messy handwriting, like these little symptoms that can really build to a picture of a permanently inattentive type, right? Hyperactive type is like fidgeting, inability, sitting still, struggling sitting still, jumping around when it's not appropriate, like motor movement when it's not appropriate, right? So, but it's not enough to just have those symptoms, because what it really also needs is it needs to like cause this thing called functional impairment. So what that means is those symptoms combined make it hard for the person to like live their life, so to speak, right? So this is like really super important, because it's not enough to just be like, yeah, look, I struggle to maintain attention. But it's like, well, is that just on TikTok, or is that in TikTok, in relationships, in friendships, in school, in uni, and in work? Like most people, because people on the internet be like, yeah, my attention span is fried or something, but they're probably functioning. They're probably functional humans, right? And people probably say, no, I'm not functional and stuff. But then you got to rule out contextual factors like cost of living, right? So if you rule out contextual factors of cost of living, which means that life's like kind of hard for everyone right now, then the point is like you really have to like struggle in life, and attention and or hyperactivity is causing it, where it's like you want to start a project but you just can't. But it doesn't really meet functional impairment if it's like, oh yeah, I struggle to start projects, but I can still like kind of scrape through. Like the point is, it's supposed to be like really like hurtful on the person's like life, right? So yeah, that's what really makes ADHD. So the attentional stuff, hyperactivity, possibly combined with forming an overall picture of functional impairment, and symptoms have to be present before the age of 12 as well. Like super important. Can you fix ADHD without meds? That's a tough question. Simply put, because it's not a yes no. So the way to answer that kind of question is it's about probably, can the person cope? I think that's probably a good starting place. It's not like a yes no thing. It's okay, the person might have ADHD, but they might have mild severity. So the question is, can it be fixed? Is really about, can the person cope with their symptoms? So it's like you have the person and then you have the environment. And if the environmental demands are higher than the person, then the person might need meds, right? But if they're able to just go with it without it, then it's fine. And maybe it's just about like self-awareness and knowing things like having to externalize a lot to do with timers. Like, you want to externalize all this stuff, right? So you take it out of the brain, put it on the page out in the real world, right? So yeah, hopefully that kind of answers it.